Yo, what is up, dudes? Well, it must be Monday, because here we are back with another guitar of the week. And get your bingo cards out. This is a brand I love. My love for the brand is well known, well documented. And this week we are featuring, of course, my friends Vola. Yeah, Vola. Got their latest guitar in here. We can check it out. It's a little different than what I normally have on here. But it is a pretty awesome guitar. And I checked one out, not this, I want to say that they were officially came out, not this past NAMM, but the NAMM before that. And then this past NAMM, they released new colors. And this might be one of the new colors. Pretty good. Here it is. Oh, and it comes in this cool Vola soft case, which is pretty nice. All right. Let me open this up. I hate opening cases on camera. Just a matter of time before one tumbles to the ground. Oh, well, that is nice. Wow. Oh, it's got a neck rest and a spot. And what we will do is right there. There you go, the new Vola. I believe this is the JZ FRO. It's the JZ Fro. Right there. And right there. There you are. Right there. Well, you know the drill. I have to tune this up, plug it in, we will check it out, and I will see you in a sec. All right, we are back. Very similar sound-wise to the Jazzmaster I had here a few weeks ago. But in terms of, let me see if I can get this, see the flame here. But in terms of, appointments and features and, I feel like this punches way above that. First of all, you get this gorgeous roasted flame maple neck. That is the spec. So the neck will be flamed and roasted. It's not like randomly I just happen to get a flame neck. The flame is the spec. Stainless steel frets, locking tuners, a lot of nice features, modern features. It is a modern neck carve. They are luma inlays. I'll try and get a shot in front of the black light so you can see how these glow. It's not just the side dots, also the front dots glow. Let's go to the specs. Let's go to the full-on spec sheet so I don't forget anything. All right, these are made in Japan. Made in the same factory that makes anything under the Fender umbrella. So Fender branded, Charvel branded, EVH branded, and Jackson branded. If it's MJ, MIJ, then literally the same factory that this came out of. Literally the same assembly line. So, you know, it's got a bit of a provenance. Construction, bolt-on neck with an alder body and a roasted flame one-piece neck. It's the Vola MC neck shape. The frets are stainless steel. It's a 42 millimeter nut width with a Graphtec tusk nut. The fingerboard is 22 frets, 25.5-inch scale. It is a 12-inch radius, lumen lay front and side knots. The pickups are VFP 90 on the neck, VS1 in the middle, and VFP 90 in the bridge. Electronics are one volume with a push-pull, and more on that in a little bit. A three-way toggle switch, one volume, one tone, and a direct switch right there. Again, more on that in a little bit. And the bridge is nickel. It's a Godo 510T FE1. The strings are Diodario, 9 through 42s. The tuners are locking tuners. I think they're Godo. Yeah, they say Godo on them. Right there. Yeah. Can I get it in the shot? Not really. Well, maybe a little bit. And it comes with the Vola Custom Series. They call it a gig bag. I'm calling it a soft case because it has sidewalls. In fact, we can take a look at the case real quick. Right? You can't do this with a gig bag. Right? I can't hold it at each end. It would fold over in the middle. Right? You can't just hold it like that. That to me is a case, not a bag, because it has rigid sidewalls. You got a top pocket up here, top pocket, and you got a front pocket right down here. A nice padded handle, nice padded back, as you can see there. And there you go. That is the Vola, kind of like the graffiti case or something like that. But it's their soft bag. They call it a bag. I'm calling it a soft case. And just to give you the, can I get to the, yeah, just to show you the inside real quick. Oh, I'm opening the wrong thing. I'm opening the, there we go. Right there. It's got an enormous neck rest over here and a holder, and it's quite the bag. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned it's got the nice rubber foot on it as well. So, yeah. All right. Enough about the case. On to the guitar. One of the things about it, we'll just go through the pickups real quick, is they kind of have some cool pickup features. So that is the bridge pickup. And this is the neck. And then here's both pickups. Again, here's the bridge. Let me just make sure I'm recording this. Oh yeah, okay. I've been burned very recently where I recorded a whole video and realized it did not have the guitar recording. But it is recording. And here is the neck. both. Pretty standard. Where it gets interesting is when you pull this out, that turns on the middle pickup. So now when you're in the bridge, it's really these two pickups, and the middle pickup is reverse wound, so it becomes a humbucker. Whoop. And then here's against these two, and it's humbucking. And if you put the middle position on, it's all three pickups. And it's humbucking. So again, there's the bridge with the middle engaged. With it out, with just the bridge alone. Immediate difference. Way more twangy. You can really hear it. And again, the same with the bridge. There's with the middle. Without. Yeah. In addition to that, there's also the direct switch, also called the blower switch on a lot of guitars. Now, traditionally, the blower switch would just bypass all the electronics and send the bridge straight to the output jack. That's how my Les Paul Classic works. Vola is a little bit more feature-laden, I would say, because the blower switch works no matter which pickup setting you're on. So if I'm going to turn that's the volume down. Volume's all the way off. Tone is all the way down. Right, because when you turn the direct switch on, it bypasses the volume and the tone. So it's a little louder. And definitely brighter. There it is, going through the volume and the tone and bypassing it. I turned the volume down and found out you have the direct switch engaged, and that's why the volume's not working. So it's, again, just one more thing to give you a little bit more tone palette. Maybe you're doing your solo. You're all the way up. You're at 10. Where can you go? Nowhere. But you switch the direct switch. You just get that little bit more. Send you over. It's like it goes to 11. And you can see, like in this camera here, and again, I don't know that this is the spec because I don't mention it, but it does look quarter sawn to me, which is always a nice touch. Let's check it out clean, as we love to do. It was about this time on the last video that I realized I wasn't recording the audio. And I was like, oh, well, we are starting again. Turn the blower switch on. Yeah, definitely makes a little difference. That is the bridge. I mean, the neck. Here is the neck and the bridge. And then just the bridge. And now let's pull the volume out and add the middle pickup. Again, just the bridge, and then with the middle. And here's the neck in the middle. And here's both. Gotta remember to turn that direct switch off, and my volume knob doesn't work. All right, over to the behave lead. So that, yeah, probably bring that. I've listened to this, I've listened to the rig so many times I can instantly say, oh wait, that sounds a little underpowered. Which you would expect from the P90s, but you know, like I did with the Jazzmaster, you have to bring the input volume up a little bit just to make sure you're driving the amp correctly. No, it's not going to sound right. It'll sound way too thin. That sounds right. And there it is with the middle. go. And there's all three. Direct on. Yeah, you can see the meter go up here. Yeah. Really feel that. It's staying in pretty good tune, considering it's brand new strings and. Nope. Turn the volume down, it's still going. Oh, you got the direct switch on there. Dual heavy rig? Sure. Go direct. There we go. Yeah, minor. Turn that middle pickup on. Yeah, probably not the right tune for a dual heavy rig, though. All right, back to where we started. Our good old Brit 87. Yeah. The brightness of the pickups, like, really cuts through, you know? Gives it that kind of a Strat tone. But a little bit meatier than Strat, right? The P90s are definitely a little stronger than the straight Strat. There you are. And the back again, that killer flame maple. Real nice. Real nice. Yeah. The Vola JZFRO in shell pink is the guitar of the week. And I will leave a link down in the description for more information and my discount code, which should still be active. Someone very recently said that they used my discount code that worked perfectly. So always try to use the code, if you can. And there you go. And, after the discount, again, it's made in Japan. And, you're going to be, they're extremely competitive. I want to say that Fender I had here a few weeks ago wasn't too far off from this. And the fretwork wasn't nearly as good as this. That had, rough fret ends, and it had a little bit of fret sprout. Again, we're very dry. It happens. It would just have to be dressed up a little bit. It's not the end of the world. But these are perfect. Like, absolutely perfect. And maybe it's a function of the roasted maple neck. Just doesn't move as much as a regular maple neck. But these are absolutely perfect. Absolutely no fret sprout. Fret ends are super, nice and very smooth, and absolutely no fret problems whatsoever. So, there's a quality jump, I think, between that guitar and this guitar, without a doubt. All right, dudes, there you have it. As always, links in the description for more information. Thanks so much for hanging out, and rock on.